Hello, it's Sonia from Sonia's Mixed Media. This here, if you've watched my previous videos, is my one book August, what I've been using. It's a planner slash art journal slash brain dumping journal slash everything in one. It's like the one book July, but I've been doing it in August. And I was going to save this video to right to the end of the month, but thinking about it, nothing's going to change in this last week of using this that I don't know already. So I just wanted to talk about what I've learned from this process of keeping one book, what I've put in here, what I used, what I know I'm never going to use again, what worked, what didn't work, and just give you a little rundown. So I made this little leather look journal, which is pocket size, and I still am loving this size, loving this journal. So we'll get into it. So I made this pocket, and as I showed before, I keep in here just little bits of stickers and things like that that I may use in here. I haven't used a whole lot of them, but here we go. Without further delay. So I've got August. I'll just cover that quickly. Oops. That's my phone number there. So my August layout. And then I had my monthly layout. So you can see we're up to here. It is Wednesday today, so I just have work on today. I loved having this calendar. I felt that it's really all that I needed. A lot of people have this full month calendar at the front of their planner. And then they also have their weekly events where they write in each day. I very quickly realized after the first week that I was just rewriting things in this weekly part that I had already jotted into my monthly calendar. So I very quickly realized I don't need a weekly events section. My life is not that busy. I'm a pretty quiet person. I basically, work, come home, do cleaning, then I'm home for the kids when they get home from school, and then it's homework, cook dinner, and then, TV. We do go out, yes we do, but that's normally either Friday nights or on the weekends, but through the week we're mostly home. And all the other time I'm crafting and doing YouTube videos. So I don't have a really busy life, so I really did not need this weekly event. So that's something I would not use in future. So it's good to know that. All I really liked was the August calendar at the front, and I just jotted in anything for that day. My to-do list I did really enjoy, and I've been marking them off with a tick through them as I've been doing them. So things like paying my water bills, posting letters, school fees, doing tax returns, anything that I have to remember for that month, or soon as the month is finished, I've got to pay my car rego. So that's just a little reminder because that's the 2nd of September. So I just want to keep that. I did find this very helpful to keep on track on and make sure that I'm doing the things that I really had to do. I had here a wish list and a to buy list. This here is just like a cute little thing I find that a lot of people use in their planners. Are they necessary? Not really. I'm probably not going to stick with these at all. I had a couple of things on my wish list, but one of them I don't want anymore. That's the Chic Sparrow planner. Don't need them because I make my own. And an instant camera. That's something that I actually want in 2 years' time when I go traveling. So I don't really need it on my wish list. It's upstairs in my head and I know I won't forget. To buy list, didn't really use that a lot either. Kind of, I mean, I can remember things. I'm not that old yet where I need to write everything down because I'll forget. I kind of do remember what I need to buy, so I won't be using that either. The water tracker I didn't keep up too long with. For one, I'm not really aiming for 4 glasses of, or 5, 6 glasses of water anymore. Did it for a few days. I know I started before I actually did this tracker. I started this on the 10th. I started about a week before. So I did do about 2 weeks of water, just seeing how much water I was drinking. But again, it's not something I will keep up with. I'm happy if I drink 2-3 glasses of water in a day, and that's something that I don't really need to track. Here we have goals. Something, you know, I probably won't be using again. Books to read. I do like having a books to read list. It's very helpful because a lot of times I see, oh, that looks like a good book to read, you know, from a review on YouTube or book reads. Goodreads, is it? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, often I see a book and I think, oh, that's a good one, and then I totally forget what it's called. So having a list of the books that I definitely want to read, I found really helpful, and I am onto my first book here in my list, Bird Box, which, by the way, is a really good book, a very, very good book. Really enjoying it. So that is excellent to keep, and I will be keeping it. Here I have the cute little weather tracker. Again, it's one of those cute things that everyone has in their planner. Again, is it really needed? I don't really think so. Whether I keep it or not, I don't know. I do think it's kind of cute. It's probably good to look back, you know, at the weather from the previous year perhaps, but again, you know, I know here in Australia that in August it is winter and it is going to be cold. So, not sure whether I will keep that section or not. My to make list, no, don't think I'll be keeping that either. Appointments, yes, I definitely love the appointments page. Just a little list of reminders for important things that I can't forget. And because I use this daily, this journal, I keep seeing those dates, so it's kind of getting drummed into my head, those dates, so I will not forget them. So yes, definitely love the appointments page. My health tracker, I actually didn't fill in yesterday's. That's the last day. And did it help? Yes, it did help, but in the same way, I won't be keeping doing it because I have learnt what I need to learn from this tracker. I know what I should do, what I should be doing, and what I shouldn't be doing, and so what sort of upsets my stomach and what doesn't. So I don't really need this tracker anymore. It's served its purpose. Then at the back here, I just have a list of YouTubers. This is always handy. These are people that I've looked up through the month and perhaps want to visit again and see more of their videos. I've got a watching part, so just TV shows I'm watching through the month of August. Again, it's not something I would keep. Here I've just got some numbers I was going through. Okay, so that was the planning part of August. Now we flip to my art journal section. I did realise in a one book for all, I definitely need a section where I can create art and have a bit of an art journal. So this is my first page, just a bit of collage paper and this little fun character. Again, we have some paper and this character here, and I've actually written here that it was inspired by Little Raven Ink, who does these cute little monster type characters in her journal, and these were kind of all inspired by her. So again, we have a few of these characters that I just did in pencils. Fun doing those. Here's a little frog character that I created myself, and he's going poop poop. And this was a fairly bad day. Felt pretty bad this day, not health-wise, but just having one of those sad days from news that we had throughout the week. So this is a picture that sort of expressed this, and yeah, kind of speaks for itself. So that's a little bit of art I did throughout the month. Then I have my 2 lines a day journaling section, and I actually love this. Loved it to death. I am trying to keep a written journal. I go off of it, on again, off, on. I'm now on again. It's a big A4 book. So I try to fill a page. I don't do it every day, but I am trying to keep to it. I did go a month without doing it, and now I'm back to it again. But I found this idea, 2 lines a day journal, is absolutely fantastic. So any day I don't feel like writing a whole page of journaling where I think I've got nothing really to write about, I write 2 lines about something that's happened in the day, and it can be anything. Like the first entry is, last 2 days I've had a terrible headache. It seems to come every month for 2 to 3 days. The second entry was, Jennifer came home from school and hit the window at the barking dogs and broke it. So just little snippets of life. Here I have 2 quotes that I thought were really cute. This one is from Winnie the Pooh. Piglet sidled up to Pooh from behind. Pooh, he whispered. Yes, Piglet. Nothing, said Piglet, taking Pooh's paw. I just wanted to be sure of you. And I thought that was so adorable. And then this one by Christina Rossetti. Better by far that you should forget and smile than you should remember and be sad. So I just like that one as well. So here's my 2 lines a day, which I have now finished in this book, because I will show you in a minute what I'm doing. I'm going to continue on brain dumping in the rest of this section. Just a little bunny rabbit stamp I did there. A list of gratitude here. Then we have my dream journal section, where I've been jotting down any dreams that I remember for the month of August. These have been quite interesting. Some have been quite funny. Did a bit of art there. Have been quite happy writing these down. It's something I really enjoy, and yes, I am going to continue with this. Then my next section, which has had quite a bit of work, is my brain dump section. So anything that I kind of want to make notes of, or just get it out of my head really quickly. So I've got some favourite words. I've got some stuff about work. These are notes from someone called Clark Kegley. And if you want to get into journals and know how to journal in a different sort of way than just writing about what's happened in your day, you know, page after page, visit Clark Kegley. He's on YouTube. Fantastic guy. Highly recommend watching his videos about journaling, how to set up your journal, how to make sections in your journal. Fantastic. Learned a lot from him. I've kind of highlighted a few things that I want to remember. Some more notes, things I want to keep from my journal, things I'm going to use, things I'm not going to. These were some directions on how to make a journal for myself. They're my own directions. So this is, again, a little note I wanted to get out of my head. Some research, journal ideas, some YouTube videos, that sort of thing. So that's just a big brain dump. Just I guess you could just call it a notebook, things that I just want to get out on paper, so I've got it written down. Then at the very back, I've got books I've read. I don't know how long I'll keep this up, but I started this section. So I've got The Ruins, which I read this month and finished, and I've already written in Bird Box, but I'm not finished yet. And then I made this lovely page here, which is dedicated to The Ruins. So The Ruins is about, I won't tell you too much, but it's about this vine that is very sinister. This vine is not your ordinary plant. And I've just written the characters, the storyline, so that I remember my favourite part in the book, the scare factor, because it's supposed to be a horror. Would I read it again? No, probably not. My rating out of 5, and the author, and how long it took me to read it, and what date. So I did The Ruins. So my plan is to each page do a double page on the book that I've read. So the next one will be the Bird Box and a picture, and again the same things there. So what have I learnt? I've learnt, as you can tell, the sections I want to keep and the sections that I would not use. Am I a planner girl? I realised no matter how much I wanted to be, I'm not really a proper planner person. I don't need to record every single thing that goes on in my brain, like to-do lists, wish lists, blah, 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 weather tracking, health tracking. I'm just not that sort of person. I have realised that I just don't need it, and it's something that I wouldn't keep up with. But there is a lot of things that I did learn that I want lists of as well. So I'm glad that I did this month, all in this book. And to tell you the truth, next month this book will have a monthly calendar for the month of September. I'll continue writing my appointments in there, but mainly it's going to be kind of a collector book. So somewhere where I put my notes, my brain dumping, a little bit of art, basically just notes that I want to keep, YouTube people, things like that, as, you know, not actually so much as a planner. Now, I wanted to quickly show you, I've made 2 more journals. These are leather, the leather I was talking about. This brown one here is mine. It's got a little pen loop here and 2 rubber bands here. I make mine a bit different than normal traveller's notebooks. This one here, I'm very happy to say, is my daughter's. I convinced my 16-year-old daughter to keep a journal as well. And these are actually for my two lines a day. And it's just dedicated to that. And they're actually 4-year diaries. So I saw these on YouTube and thought I'd make my own. So how you do it is I've divided the pages into 4 equal sections, and each one has the date. So this one I started on August the 11th, and it just goes through the entire year. So the good thing about making your own is you can start it at August the 11th and you don't have, you know, half a journal that you didn't use because you bought it in August. So you divide it in 4 equal parts. Now the first section is this year. So, oh my goodness, I've just realised something. Let me just see something. What have I done? What have I done? Hang on. No, I'm right. That's okay. It's all right. I thought I screwed up the days. That's okay. So what you do is you write... Sorry, had a mega meltdown then. I thought I had the wrong days. So you write the year in here. Then you write the next year, the following year under that, and the following year under that. So the idea is that every day you write 1 or 2 lines about whatever you want to write, what's happened in that day. And the good thing is you've only got this much to write in, so you've got to keep it small. I look at it as snapshots of your life. So it can be anything. It can be, for example, this one. Made another YouTube video and started recording my dreams in a dream journal. This one here, a lot of talk about North Korea and America going to war. Finished reading The Ruins, want to read at least another book this month. Jennifer also started reading again. So they're just little snippets of life. And the good thing is that the same time the following year, I'm going to be able to see what I was doing the same time last year. And I love that idea. And you keep going each year, you just keep starting again. And then by the end of it, you can see what you did the last 4 years on a particular day and can see if there's any sort of sequence to it, or, you know, maybe if you're writing that you feel depressed, maybe it's a certain time of year, maybe it falls in the same week, but I just really love this idea. Now you can buy these, I think it's called a 2-line-a-day journal, I think. And they actually 5-year journals, but I just decided to make mine 4 because of the size. Also, I found this quote which may be inside those journals that you can buy, but it's a beautiful little poem, and I wrote who it's by, but this is what it says. Within these pages every night, brief memories of the day I write. A little word, a single line, is jotted in this book of mine. Not mighty deeds, just common things, the tasks and pleasures each day brings. And yet I hope that when I look over the pages of this book, 'twill be, and if so I'm content, the record of 4 years well spent, by Eloise Wood. And I just really love that. So I put that in the front of my journal, and then, you know, off I go. So I'm up to August 22nd. So just really love this idea, and I actually went on and on and on about it to my daughters. My eldest daughter's like, no, I don't have time for that. She's in year 12, a final year at high school. But my youngest actually said, yes, if you make me one, Mum, I promise I will use it. Every night before she goes to sleep, she's going to write down her two lines. And just if you are going to make one of these, I just give you a tip. Write in the dates after you've put all your signatures together. Because I did it the other way around with mine, and I already had all the dates on my signatures, and then I tried to put elastics in, and because you have to put your sections in a particular way, the dates were getting mixed up. So do yourself a favor, get all your signatures in, rule your pages first, then put your rubber bands in, and then last of all write all your dates out at the top. So that's something I really wanted to show you. I hope you like the idea. If you are thinking of making a 2-lines journal, drop me a link. If you also have a collect it all book, let me know as well. Love to hear any comments. If you want to hear more about journaling and art ideas and all this creative stuff that I'm always coming up with, please subscribe, and I hope you all have a great week. Bye.